my god. Wait for me. Okay, perfect. Oh, I forgot to remove the overlay. So, welcome back to this Global Hack Week. I am so excited to be here. Let me introduce myself, of course. My name is Alberto. I'm your majorly hacking coach from Mexico. So, this is part two of Rack 101, right? In the first part, which if you missed, you can always watch the recording in the YouTube page of the Melee Hacking. You can find the link for that also in ghw.mlh.io, Global Hack Week page. And well, of course, please let me share the checking link for the session so you don't miss your points, right? Um, and I'll be sharing that here. Perfect. So here it is. Go and check in. Um, so if this is your first time joining us, this is maybe part two, but actually I was giving another pair of sessions before that were called how to set up your local long language model, right? Your LLM. And I split it that way, even with different name, because to build in top of the knowledge we gain in that sessions, I think it was a great opportunity for all of us to be making these additions, right? First LLMs, then it makes sense to learn about racks, and then actually the next session, just after this one finishes, it was going to be about MCPs. So we probably are going to be ending a little sooner, like 15 or 20 minutes earlier, to have everything prepared for the next session. So I was going to say with that, with this whole introduction, if you missed anything or if you want to take a look to that streams, go to the recording section, right? And that's it. Let's start. Previous session, we discussed a lot of what racks are. We even check the paper, the article. I don't know the correct. Yeah, I think it's paper. Well, where it was generated, and the term was for the first time used. And now let's put our hands in action, right? Let me start sharing my screen and share screen. Yes, loud, and just make these bigger. Also, let me remove myself from here. Okay, I think that's big enough, right? Uh, Also, if anything, please just leave a comment to me, and I'll be happy um, to to make it bigger the font, or I don't know, repeat something, explain again. Um, I was going to say at the end of the session, I'm going to share the repo, so don't worry. Trying to replicate what I'm doing. Just put attention, and at the end you will have all the code available, plus the slides from the previous session, right here, and we can inspect that here. You will have all of this. Don't worry. Uh, I did some modifications here. For example, we're not going to use face, uh, either sentence transformers for the meetings. We are probably are just going to use um, Mongo, right? That we're going to use Mongo. So let's start with this. Uh, Let me remove slides here. The key ignore, get the amp and where. Let me collapse all what's needed, and let's start with the requirements. We are going to use the fast API to serve our web server, Ubicorn to create the app, also Streamlit for the um, I was forgetting the name, sorry, for the front end, right? Sorry, by Mongo to connect to Mongo, of course. The sentence transformers and request to call the the server. Hey, oh, so 404 is in the house. Great to have you here. And well, um, to create a rack, I practically will divide in two. The first part will be indexing. I mean, like to love the chunk of data, the old maybe we have. In this case, I am going to use a JSON file, but this could be a PDF, a list of URLs, an Excel file, a plain text, I don't know, even code, whatever you get, you need to load it, you need to split it, make these small chunks of data, and store those chunks of data in a vectorized database, right? That's what we are going to do with Mongo. So the next part will be retrieve and generate. Uh, we are going to retrieve. First we're going to make the question. We are going to retrieve the matches for that question, fit it and create with that question and retrieve information a prompt, and then pass that to the LLM now to generate an answer. So that's easy as it sounds. The full uh, rack workflow, right? So let's start with the generation, sorry, with the loading, splitting, and storing. And for that, we have specifically, or add, no, this for serving, or, oh, I think we're even not using the Mongo one. Let me, hmm, I'm going to command all of this. We have the indexer, right? So for this, we're using Mongo client from PyMongo, the sentence transformers, the lat loader, and the chunker. From the chunker, which we have defined here, with the chunker text, it just split the text into small chunks of file and returns that in the list form, right? So we receive text strings, the size of the mm, bytes we want to store, the overlap between them, because, well, this is a great concept, and for the moment, you will have to trust me. You want to have a little bit of the shared data between the beginning and the end to make sure you can link then later the chunks of data, right? Uh, and then we return the list as a string, right? So we make split text, we set up a empty array of chunks, and then we start. And while start, we set the length of the tokens that we splitted before into creating and a function that has the index value plus a chunk size. So we add with the string, we start with that empty string, the tokens from start to end. And every time this is repeating, of course, we are incrementing the start value with the chunk size minus the overlap to create that pieces of chunk. So I divided into files. Of course, this is a simple text, sorry, a simple function. But for make it easier to understand, the separate or divide the essential parts of what we're doing here. Remember, we need to load, split, and store in general terms, right? So in the indexer, we return. We first connect or make the connection to the Mongo uh, B client. Actually, we're going to change this. Don't worry, later. Then the client we're going to use rack as the database. Then the collection it's going to be documents, right? And bidder it's going to use sentence transformers, and the sentence transformers, actually, let's inspect a little bit of what it is. Let me open a browser tab for that. And here's the sentence transformers documentation. Aha. So we're going to take the getting started guide and everything. We said sentence transformers, aka as BERT. It's the go-to Python model for accessing, using, and training state-of-the-art embedding and ranker models. It can be used to compute embeddings using sentence transformers models, or to calculate similarity scores using cross encoder, aka the ranker models. This unlocks a wide range of applications, including semantic search, semantic text similarity, and perhaps mining. So we're going to use this basically to use the what was the word? I forgot. Give me a second to check my notes. The retriever. Well, yeah, to make the retrieve, right? So in general terms, the retrieve. Uh, Central transformers, yeah, okay, a wide selection of a lot of pre-trained transform models are available to immediate use on the Hugging phase, including many state-of-the-art models from a massive text embedding. The example here is load the pre-trained sentence transform model. The model we are going to use it is the same all mini LM L6B2, the sentence to encode, and this it's just an array of sentences. This is similar to what we are going to do in loading our data, right? And for this, actually, let me. I think it's important to explain another part of our code. So we're here. It's during the model. They mentioned this way. A model is going to encode every chunk of data that we had, and the function of the index document it's going to receive the path or of JSON. So um, this path it's a JSON file I have here. When we call or execute the function, we expect to receive this. No, here data. Sorry, and these just have a very very small amount of facts, right? Fact one: what is the name of the coach who gave this workshop? His name is Alberto Camarena, and you can find him as Alberto47 in GitHub, right? Where can I find the agenda? Again, head to globalhackweek.mlh.io to find the agenda for the workshop. Where I can find the slides. Hey, you can find the slides at github.com/alberto47 first rack, which is the repo. But don't worry, I will share at the end. And that is it, right? So, and last part we need to be sharing currently, and that it's important for us to understand before we move on and move some fine details. It's UV corn. Let me check how it's spelled. Yeah, it's unicorn. Unicorn. Oh my god. Unicorn. So unicorn, it's an ASGI web. Oh, implementation. Oh, okay, it got translated directly. No, I don't want to translate. Okay, yeah, web server implementation for Python. So until recent, Python has lacked a minimal low-level server application interface for async framework. So this one is going to help us serve the retriever really quick, right? And make use of asynchronicity, which if you came from a environment like me as of JavaScript, it will make a lot of sense. If you don't worry, just trust me for a moment. I mean, you can done this without these and manage differently on any other um, server platform. I don't know if you prefer using Django. That's perfectly fine. I just think this is going to make it faster. Actually, I'm not a Python developer normally. I define myself more as a JavaScript developer, but I get to use Python a lot. So even you, I think you can currently how to say that, mentor me or lecture me about my selections on the frameworks. But I found this useful for the moment. So let's go back and let's return to our indexer. Great. So docs, it's going to be loading all the documents from the JSON path, which is a JSON file. We are going to have the docs, and from all doc in docs, we are going to create the doc chunk. And actually, I think I may have an error because, well, let me print indexing document IW text. Just want to inspect that with length of chunks. Chunk text. And for the moment, the chunker has the chunk tags. Okay, perfect. And default values. And then I'm going to print. Okay. And we are going to use the embedded model from Central Transformers. We are going to pass the chunks to list, and we are going to have the embeddings, right? So we are going to record that in the Mongo collection. Replace one ID record observe true. And okay, I think that will be it. Now let's make the connection to Mongo. For that, I need to set the Mongo client one. Give me a second. I'm going to create a new URI, and I'm going to pass the URI. And now, give me another second because I will make a user just for this session, of course, for security reasons, and I'll be deleting that later. So the client uses Mongo client, the URI, and our recommendation it's to use server. In this serve API has to come from here also. And okay, that's down. And another thing we need to do is just database access. I will create that as I am mentioning. Add a new database user. And I'm going to say, oh, I need to sneeze. Give me a second. Oh, sorry. I couldn't handle that. Um, yeah, password, sorry. The username will be rack example. The password will be, well, you'll see it, rack 1, 2, 3. Okay, I'm going to add the user, and the credentials then are what was I in? Oh, I should choose rolled privilege. Okay, so the password I had copied here, and this is rag example, and that is it. So, what else I need to do? Just let me comment this for a second, and let's try everything here works. And for that, for trying this, it's Python minus C from indexer import index document, and then index documents. We are going to pass the path to the file, which is data facts.json. And let's hope for this to work. Okay, from PyMongo import cannot import the server API from PyMongo. It was a recommendation from them, I think. Let me check again. Yeah, if we go to Mongo Atlas, the drivers, yeah, they support, well, there is something different, which is this. So I'm thinking that changed a lot. The client, it's the database. I'm going to create another cluster. Okay, let me do check one thing. Which is I'm using the free tire, of course, so I probably need to create another collection. Okay, no, perfect. Yeah, I'm connecting to this cluster, and I have these. Uh, okay, yeah. I think we can continue now. Just let me check here in comments. Everything's fine. Hello, Rubble. Rubble is so cool to have you here. Now let's run it again. and I want to see the index documents we are going to be preparing. From indexer, import index documents. Oh, give me a second. Well, while this loads, give me a second. I need to respond to something. Hey, okay, I'm back. And these haven't reply with anything, so I'm going to cancel this and let's see what the error may be. From database import clone model saved import leave. What's happening here? Transformers. Okay. From indexer import documents. Index documents. Yeah. File string line 1. What's happening with that? Print from the JSON path. Fax the JSON from indexer. Indexer is great spell. Index documents. That's right. Index documents, and we apply the function. That's it. Okay, let's try another approach, which is index documents data slash facts the JSON, and I am going to call Python indexer and same error. Okay, curious because import leap bootstrap. Okay, let's go file from sentence transformers import sentence transformers from sentence transformers cross encoder import that cross encoder import. I have sentence transformers, right? Yeah, I have it. And am I importing a valid? I think I think we are. Like this is exactly the one. Yeah, that's it. Hello guys from Rock to Rogue. So nice to have you here around. So these sentence transformers. It's I think this is broken. So let's ask for that help of Copilot. I'm going to call this and yes. Ask. I don't know why this is happening here. It's okay. A compatibility issue with Python and some of the dependencies in your virtual environment. The error trace shows that Payaro is having issues importing, which is causing a cascade of import failures. Option 1, recreate virtual environment with Python 3.11. Okay. Activate your I'm in my virtual environment, which is first rack. Okay. Pip install upgrade sentence transformers. Okay. Without dependencies and add them manually, no tabs, no okay. Okay, if I run py version, okay, and if I um, source deactivate, and here my Python version it's still the same. If I run Python 3.11 version, okay, yes, I don't have Python 3.11 installed, so conda list. And here we have we can select the version of Python that we are, right? Um, how to change the Python version using Conda. The final question to improve search accuracy. Okay, we need to wait for this. So, Conda activate. I have Py version. I have 3.12 in the base Conda one. Yeah, I don't want this. Or select an existing Conda environment with your desired version using Python interpreter. Okay, Conda environment list and Conda env delete remove. And I'm going to remove PyMATLAB, and I'm going to remove yes. Okay, sorry for the wait here. I need to resolve these Pythonic things. So let's wait for it. Yeah, I want to do that also. LLMs one because I need to do that with this specific version. Okay, conda and create conda list deactivate install and playlist install create Python 3.11 minus n. We're going to call this rack global head quick LLMs Python 3. And we are going to be having all of the things installed. We're going to proceed. Yes. Okay. And once this is done, conda activate global head quick LLMs. I want to check the Pi version. Perfect. So here I can delete this virtual environment folder. I can delete the package, and I am going to create now again the Python minus pvmv. We're going to say conda. No, we are going to say source. Oh, we need to wait for creating that virtual environment. The respond, okay, source activate vmvan virtual environment. Oh, it has a dot. We can delete the dot. Okay, and we have it first right here. We need to confirm the Python version is still the same. Perfect, and inside this we are going to pip install the requirements and wait for it to do the magic. Still waiting. Torch, yeah, it's necessary also. Oh my god. I think my screen blipped for a second, so I hope it's still streaming. So we may be facing connection issues, but we are going to keep coding no matter what. Okay, yeah, I think stream the okay, yeah, because I'm using a lot of that fake at least on pipe consider to enable download resumption. So yeah, I realized my internet was kind of bleeping. So I hope I get enough internet to finish the stream. Come on, come on, don't fail me now. Okay, seems the connection it's more stable now. No, I just said that and like I lost 2 lines of connection. Yeah, connection unstable. We're relying on internet here. Connection is fairly good now, according to StreamYard. It goes up and down, it goes up and down. Come on. Option 1, create virtual environment. Oh my god. I don't know what to do. Come on, internet, you can do this. Okay. I don't know why, but I think StreamYard, it's kind of weird right now. I'm trying to run a speed test on a side tab here. Everything's, well, not looking quite fine, but good enough. Yes. Hey, yo. How to edit audio? Remove to learn about how to do it. It's signal processing. You need to apply filters to the data acquisition. So there are many types of data that suppress the high and low values of the signal. So of course, the great recommendation will be to learn how to process that data, and you can graphic that uh, and see the the prediction. For example, one thing that's great for the artificial intelligence on how to apply this is that we can extrapolate based on what we think it's noise. So that is why noise suppression or everything to remove background audio with artificial intelligence is so great, but it's not the only techniques. I mean, you can do it directly applying filters in many ways. Um, so that will be it. If you just want an audio that's clean, use one of the tools from the internet. There are many that are open source that are great, but if you want to learn it from scratch and start experimenting and start applying filters and processing your signals, that's their advice here. And I'm working under a terrible connection, so I hope this installation of the dependencies ends soon enough. Great, I appreciate that. Yeah, don't worry, buddy. Okay, perfect. I think this was installed correctly. So let's try now the indexer file. Yeah, no kidding. I have just 5 megabytes of download. Awful. Okay, still the same errors, right? From sentence transformers, import sentence transformers, define import structure, model prefix, a lot of things that are just the same as what we were doing. Come on, come on, come on. Boom. It looks like a code interrupt and complete installation. Or interrupted installation of the transformers package. No, install programmatic packages, prepackage purge, install transformers, sentence transformers. What? That's the directly for the main page. Model sentence and my Python version again. Then deactivate again, and then use source virtual environment, activate that, and the Python version will be 11. Now install transformers again. Supposed to be right. So what's happening here? If I run the indexer, still not working. What? Sentence transformer. What's next? Yeah, which version? That could be a thing. Installation. This allowed for loading, serving, and interference. This allowed for Lorentz search, interference, optimizing, and indexation. Like default plus training, this allowed loading, saving, and interface of models using the OpenBino backend on NX backend. We recommend Python 9. Tell me that, not 11. And transformers. There are 5 extra options to install sentence. Okay, I'll try once again deleting, and I will try with Python 9. Uh, and for that, activate, create, remove all Hagwig LMs. From the env list. That's the name, isn't it? Conda remove remove. Yes, delete all of that. Yes. And Conda forge. Conda and create item 9 global Hagwig LLMs new. Yeah, proceed with that. Come on, the internet seems to be always the issue here. Okay, okay, we're doing better, but I'm trying to solve this also. I I am not sure. Thinking of back because this is being just too slow, but insanely too slow. Um, I don't know. I don't know. Okay, let's check the Python version. Okay. Um, I just want to make sure that in Conda that's the same installation. Okay, I don't care now if that's going to take that much time. Oh my god, all these things. Oh, perfect. Already it's running. So, come on. And what's the version for this? Or what's supposed to be the version in the releases? Yeah, I want to check the release, the latest released So I'll try it again. The install with pip. In the meantime, transformer should be forward one. That's